Salutations, everyone. This is the butterfly. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Here we go. I gotta shimmy a little bit just to get myself in the vibration. Okay. I know I'm a little bit late, but I'm happy with myself because I've done it on the day that I scheduled it. So, yay me! Okay, with that being said, let's jump right in. I know death is it's a very touchy and deep subject, and it affects everyone, of all different races, of all different ages. It affects everyone. And I've just been thinking about how the effects of losing someone really holds a person back from moving forward and having a full, happy life, because it seems like it's always this part of them that's carrying this heavy weight of sadness, of loss. And for a person like myself, an empath, it is actually palpable. Like I can almost feel the texture of it inside my body. And it's so unpleasant and it's so sad, especially uh when I've had the intuition that death is not the end. Okay, because we are eternal beings, and what that means is basically we're having a 3D experience, but we are really divine creatures. Okay, we go on afterwards. It's like if you think of energy. Um, According to my professor in medical microbiology, energy cannot be created nor transferred. I mean, I'm still uh considering the origin of energy, like just how it's manifested, like, okay, if it just is, if it cannot be created or destroyed, that means it just is, so that's one of the things that I'm still working on having a good, working knowledge about. I'm still a little bit fuzzy about that. However, let's just work with the theory that we have, because a lot of times we just have to work with what we have, and that's why uh, I believe we feel this way about death, that it's the end, that it's final, and that we've lost our loved one, when that is not necessarily the case. Okay, when as I'm going to go back to energy because it's the easiest way for me to express my thoughts uh, without making you feel like you're in a science class. Right? So if energy can neither be created nor destroyed, something doesn't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about this because this is a big part of the healing journey for humanity. We have to understand what we truly are, okay, and how we work, and that way we can uh, truly ascend, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, okay, because we are more than just a physical form. We are a spirit as well, you know, and we actually have a whole universe inside of us. We are so much more than what we see. Even to ourselves, looking in the mirror, we are so much more. Okay. So I just think it's important for people to be able to grasp this and understand that when something can never be destroyed, never be destroyed, it is eternal. Okay. So, which brings me to uh, the topic of the video today, which is death is not the end. Okay. I was doing uh well, first let me back up a little bit because I have so many things to say about it, and I want to be respectful. I want my intention is to let this information help people heal from the loss of from the I want to say the apparent loss of their loved one. Okay. And I just want to share an understanding that I have come to and an understanding that I've come to about the transformation, which is what we call death. Okay. I'd like for us to look at death as I had the perfect example. I had the perfect example. I was in the shower and it hit me, and I was like, "Wow, that's great. Maybe it'll come to me if it is meant to be said." Okay, but I need people to know that I know I keep saying this. We are eternal, so which this means that we go on to another life. You know, we may choose to reincarnate into the same life if we feel like we haven't completed what our soul wanted to do, or we can choose not to incarnate. I mean, I've been hearing things about a trap, uh, that we've been in a trap to where an incarnation trap, if you will, like we've been forced to keep incarnating into this dimension in order to feed the beasts, okay, which feed off of our sorrows, our pain, some even feed off of our joy, you know, which is, hmm, I mean, I don't know what I think about the joy one. I mean, I don't like the feeding period. Especially without our permission. So there, I said it. Now I know I said it. I don't like it. whether they're feeding off the good emotions, the bad emotions, I just don't like it's without my consent. Okay, so I have withdrawn my consent uh, to feed these entities that like to feed off of my sorrow. And in doing that, I've come to realize that because of the way how religion is set up, right? And we feel as if death is final and we won't be able to see our loved ones again until or speak to them until we go to this heaven. Okay, when really the mission is for all of our souls is to be bringing heaven down to this dimension. We came from heaven, okay, if you will. Heaven meaning the origin, the beginning. This is where we came from, you know. So a lot of us has forgotten the mission, which is we're supposed to be bringing heaven to this dimension, okay? But I don't want to get too far off the subject because it's a touchy subject, and like I said, because and please bear with me because I don't write anything down. I just go off of my wisdom and the downloads that I receive when I am having conversations with my higher self and my ascended masters and spirit guide. Okay, so first let me say this. Okay, it's I guess it's difficult because I never like to. Uh, I never like to hurt people's feelings. I always been told by my mother it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I am really trying to say this in the most effective and compassionate and enlightening way uh, that spirit will allow. Okay. Part of part of lending to our eternity, keeping our essence, our spirit alive, is the memories that people that we have interacted with or the lives that we have touched, the memories that they can recall that involve us. Okay. That whenever we remember someone or share a memory of someone who was passed on, that is extending their eternity, their memory, because life is a series of memories, a series of moments. Okay. And that is how we build upon who we are, except for unless we would just be balls of energy. Okay. Unfocused, undirected, just being. you know, it would be non-descriptive. What makes that energy that can never be destroyed, but only transferred? What gives it life, character, is the memories. Remembering our passed on loved ones. Every time we remember a moment with a passed on loved one, we have traveled, we have time traveled to that direct time. We believe that time is linear. I believe it goes in sort of like a loop, it may go in a spiral. I know it is a living, breathing thing, and there has been theories that time is all going on all at once. So, like you're born, you're dying, you're living, all at the same time. Okay. And why I talk about memories is because I think religion has done our ancestors and passed on loved ones a great disservice. Just because the last time I went to a funeral of a dear friend of mine. She had lost her grandfather, and he had generations of family there, generations. Could you imagine the stories if each one could just tell a story about his life? That would carry for at least 100 years if they keep on telling the story of their grandfather. But what I noticed during the service, it was a lot of scripture being read. It was a lot of the story of Jesus. It was a lot of singing about Jesus. So I really didn't get to know much about the passed on loved one. And I think during our funerals, during our ceremonies, uh, our celebrations of life for our passed on loved ones, to our transitioned loved ones, I feel like we should talk more about the most impactful experiences that we had with our loved ones because it helps keep their memory alive, which thereby keeping them alive. Okay. And I just think that's something that we should consider, because definitely, at my transitioning ceremony, I don't want any of that nonsense. Okay. I don't I don't want that. Okay. I want people to express how I have touched their lives. Okay. And the moments that they had with me that meant the most to them, and that they can recall on anytime they really miss me. They can spend that time with me all over again. Okay? Spend that time with me all over again. Now, in communication with your passed on loved ones, there's certain things that you will be able to realize if you're tuned in when your loved ones are trying to speak to you. For instance, my mother, a couple of months ago, she was in the hospital, and she recently moved back to New York. And I was on my way up there to go and see her to, see what I could do and, like, speak some words over her, put some protection over her, clear some energy or whatever. So as I'm on my way up there, the direct road that I have to turn on to go to the hospital is called Sabbath. What's it? Sabbath Way? Sabbath Way or Sabbath Drive. And it was on a Saturday. Okay. I was like, Grandma, you play too much. Let me tell you why I knew it was my grandma. Okay, because I could have just, because I was paying attention to the GPS. Okay, and I was looking at my phone, and uh I couldn't really see the name of the street that I had to turn on. Okay, my grandmother was a 7 day Adventist. Okay, so we would go to church on Saturday called the Sabbath. Okay, so when I turned down that street, I knew that my grandmother was speaking to me. I knew she was speaking to me. And I say that to say that you can speak to your passed on loved ones if you know how to listen. And we all know how to listen. We just have forgotten through teachings, and all of these things have gotten us to move away from our intuition, from our traditions, and things of that nature. And with that, that brings me into, I decided to do a pass on loved one reading because I really want people to have comfort that their loved ones are not gone from them. They're just transitioned on to another stage of their existence, of their evolution. Okay. But they are not lost. And this is the feeling that I'm trying to attempt to, well, I am attempting to address the feeling of loss, the feeling of deep sadness, of being cut off from that source of love. Okay. I mean, because some people, they get so sad that they die from a broken heart. You know, once you stop operating, your soul can leave you. Your soul can leave you, and you will just be a husk. And after that, you will slowly start to shut down because it is the life force that keeps us alive, living, vibrant, expanding. It's the heat of that energy inside of us that gets us moving, that animates us. So I just wanted to share this so that maybe people could take comfort that death is not the end. It is not the end. In addition to that, there's something I got a download about impression. It's impression, but it's not quite an impression, but it's the closest I could get to explain it, right? And what I mean by this is like I've noticed this. My when people pass on, like maybe a mother or a father or a brother, sometimes when the family members that they leave here, sometimes when they're talking, there's certain ways that they turn their head, or they say a phrase that they look just like or sound just like their passed on loved ones. And I feel like I feel like they leave a residue on the people that they have shared moments with, especially family members. It's like a residue that is a marker for the soul, if that makes any sense. You know, so they're just not gone from you. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm sharing it the way, I feel like I'm getting good points out. I just want it to be, uh, I want people to be able to take comfort from this, because it's just, you can have dreams. You can speak to your loved ones in dreams, vivid lucid dreams, and visit with them, okay, in their other dimension. I mean, I know this sounds it sounds crazy to you guys, and that's another reason why some of the stuff that I get the downloads about, I don't want to say, because but I'm breaking out of that, because when I was little, I've been an empath, and somewhat of a clairvoyant since I've been little. Clairaudient. I've been clairaudient because I can hear things, and I'd be like, what the. And the way I hear it is like, sometimes I hear it, or sometimes it's just a knowing, like, and I be like, the fuck, you know. And I used to blurt shit out, and they'd be people, their reaction, it shut me right on up. Like, shut up, don't talk, like, they don't want to hear it. They're gonna be mean to you. They're gonna think you're a weirdo. They're gonna, but it has come to the time now where I have to speak what I'm saying, because these things is affecting people I love, you know but they're religious. So if I say to them, if I want to say, I want to talk with them, and I want to show them that they can have closure, so to speak, okay, on the loss, because I could help them change the perspective. Like, you haven't really lost it, it just changed form, like a butterfly. It could never be a caterpillar again. Never. Okay. So essentially, it has died to its old self and become new. This is what we are capable of. This is what happens. Okay. There are other worlds than these. I know, I know it seems far out, but there is. There are other worlds than these. Okay. And but talking about multi-dimensional travel, that's another show. That's gonna go along with astral travel, because we are multi-dimensional travelers. I mean, whether you know it or not, we are. We travel in our dreams all the time. Okay, all the time. We travel in our memories. Okay, we have different ways of travel. And some people actually physically travel to other dimensions. I mean, you could believe it if you want. You don't have to, but you know that death is not the end. Okay? It is not the end. It is the end of a cycle. And being in this dimension is a cycle. Okay. And I guess you want to decide whether you want to come back here, or do your soul's work so that you can move on to a greater adventure. Can move on to a greater adventure. And I wanted to share that I did a somebody's calling me. I'm not about to. Okay. I don't know. Has the likely people been calling y'all? Like the scam likely people have been blowing my phone up. Okay. They've been blowing my phone up. All right. I'm like, stop it. Stop is so disrespectful. So, I've been thinking about death a lot, and how it affects the living, because I used to be like, oh, it's so unnatural. It used to really just have me distraught. Like, I would be real distraught. And now, strangely, I mean, I do cry over, just not being able to physically touch them anymore, and be able to have that, share that vibration, you know what I'm saying? Have our energies mix and dance and, just, yeah, you do cry, but like there should at least be a happiness too, because they're heading to a new exciting adventure, you know, and we can always talk to them whenever we want and uh get their advice. And that's why I love tarot cards. I really love tarot cards. Like, I'm so happy that I pushed through all of those things that were put in my road to hold me back. Oh, it's the devil. Oh, you're going to hell. Oh, this, that. Like, and you're going to be bringing out demons and yada, yada. That used to scare the shit out of me, to scare the shit out of me, but I never could get my questions answered. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, God works in mysterious ways and shit. That wasn't good enough for me. So yeah, I appreciate tarot. So I decided to do my first passed on loved one spread with my grandma. Those are the cards that you see uh on the screen. And the the spread consists of 5 cards, but you can add more. That's just like the foundation. You can add more as you have further questions. But this was just a preliminary, and I decided I would share it with you guys. Because I've been wanting to do a spread for my besties. I've been wanting to do a spread for my besties because she holds things in. She holds things in, and that's not good for you. When you hold sadness in, you hold sorrow in, it starts to manifest in sickness. Okay. And I just want everyone to be well. Okay. The butterfly really want that, and if I could achieve that, call it selfish if you want. When I used to be in ethics class, they would say how whenever like when you're doing a good deed for someone, is egotistic, because it's what you want to do, you know not necessarily what they want, which I guess, yeah, it is from an ego standpoint. And I'm gonna stand on business on that. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that. I do want, I the butterfly would like everyone, the whole entire white world, to be well. Okay. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. And it was a couple of times me and God fell out because I just kept begging and begging and begging. I'm like, how many times a little baby child gotta be asking for world peace? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I go to Sunday school, I go to Saturday school. I spent the whole summer in freaking Sabbath school. Like what? So you know what I'm saying? Like, where is the little baby child gonna get her prayers answered? I don't know. So here it goes. We got to do it ourselves. And any way I can help with that, I will help. Okay, so let me get to the reading. The reading, so it came with 5 questions. Okay, the first question was representing the person, how they, I guess, how they went about their life or whatever. Okay, and she got the 7 of Wands. And not really surprised to see that, she got, so she had to basically uh use her energy, her desires, and get what she wanted. She got, and she did it all by herself. She used her fire to get all what she wanted, and nobody helped her. Okay, but when she finally accomplished everything, you know what I'm saying, she got her wand of inspiration. You know what I'm saying, and then she made that, she the action she took gave her stability. Then she had that other one. She like, you know what? I'm looking over there. I wanna try that. I know I did this, I accomplished this, I did this, but I wanna try that. So she went over there and she did that, honey. Okay. She did that. And then when she got to the third one, she was like, shit. To see the possibilities. I did everything, you know what I'm saying? I know over here I'm good at this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm bossing up. Like, so what am I doing now? Then she went through a gateway. And that's when the big competition came in. You know what I'm saying? They was really at her throat. You know what I'm saying? Because she was in the nursing field. She was in the nursing field. Then she was in real estate. So after she did all of that, had all of those accomplishments without the help of her family, her friends, or whatever, when she got there, they start being jealous. Then she had to protect herself from their jealousy and all of that stuff. And them begging her and whatnot, and them, expecting her to be responsible for them when they help her get where the hell she's at. Okay, crazy. So the next question I asked was, when you look back at your life, how do you feel about it? And my boo got the world card. Hey, when I saw the world card, I smiled because that means like she ain't got no worries, she ain't got no regrets. She did the damn thing, and she did it her way. And I was like, hey. I was impressed. I mean, I was impressed with her when she was alive. Like, so. Oh boy. So the third question I asked was, does she have anything that she would like to share? And this one was surprising. Queen of Cups came out, which tells me that my grandmother was an empath. She was an intuitive as well. She was also a healer, but she decided to go into the nursing field like I attempted to do, but they stood in my way. Like, okay, I could talk about it now with a smile, saying spirit was like, let that shit go. That was not for you. You would have got up in there and it would have been a problem, because you would have realized that they're not trying to heal anybody. They're trying to keep you as customers. Just like the dope man, he keep his dopes, strong and shit. You keep the best dope out there to keep the customers popping. You know what I'm saying? Silly me. I can't tell you how many things I was, spirit was like, come here, let me talk to you for a second. I'd be like, hi, but they look over here, they said, no, 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 no. Come here, let me talk to you. When I started going to school, first when I was working with the nurses and the doctors and shit, they are terrible people. I thought they was angels. I thought they help people and stuff. They heal the sick. Florence and shit. I grew up in the age of Florence Nightingale. You know what I'm saying? That a nurse, when a woman was a nurse, she was, a really compassionate, nice person. Them nurses is bitches. They only care about the check. Yo, when I was in the hospital with when I got sepsis from the urinary tract infection, they put me in this room with four other chicks, and like every time the people be calling, a nurse, nurse, them bitches be. I saw the lady running past the room, so she didn't have to come in here. Okay, so like they don't give a fuck, and they go by the book. So whatever the book or the machine tell them, that's what they going with. So that's why I had to heal myself. I had to heal myself off of dialysis because them motherfuckers was trying to make me a lifelong customer. They was trying to put a port in my arm and everything, and you see that right there? Yeah. I was like, get this shit out. My body don't like it. Oh, you're so sick. You need it. You need it. How the fuck? Well, if I'm so sick, why y'all treatment not making me feel better? It's just making me feel worse. The bodies don't work like that. This motherfucker starship right here is top of the line, okay? And from what I know about even the lowest, suckiest starship, you it heals itself. It was designed like that. Okay. You take good care of it, it will heal itself. Okay, the medicines and shit you take it is fighting with your own motherfucking system. Okay, so but look, that's a whole nother show. I got myself off of that shit. Okay. And they want to take a biopsy. Now y'all want to take a biopsy? Why y'all didn't take a biopsy before y'all forced me to fucking be on that dialysis? When I was telling y'all I don't need no damn dialysis. You know what I'm saying? The body did give my body a chance to heal. Okay, I just had a infection. That it went off the rails. So like give my body a chance. I don't have no kidney issues. I don't have none of those. Okay. So you're not gonna tell me one incident done ruin my kidneys forever. The body don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And for all you people that be going out there and the doctor said, oh, you got cancer, you got cancer. So let's give you some chemotherapy. Can you please read the side effects of chemotherapy? The shit give you another kind of cancer. Like, so what the fuck? It's like if you want to wipe your nose, you're going to wipe your nose with fucking boogers. Cut it out. Like, people, but you know what? People don't want to listen to wisdom. Okay, I have learned that I have been a shaman for many lives. Okay, I'm a healer, and now my grandmother has told me she's a healer too. It's in my bloodline. It's in my bloodline. I'm a fucking natural out here. You know what I'm saying? So like that part. I was happy to hear that too, because I didn't know that. I didn't know she was intuitive, and an empath as well as a healer. I didn't know she was all of those things. You know what I'm saying? But she had to learn how to protect herself. You know, she had to protect herself, and she didn't. I mean, because she was a fire sign. You know what I'm saying? They really don't deal with like emotional shit like that. They kind of like just really just keep it pushing, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So like that was surprising to me. Even though we used to have like the most amazing conversations. Like me and my grandma used to talk about giants and stuff, and she's the one who told me they was in the Bible. Giants, aliens, all that in the Bible. So I really miss her. Um, what was the thing? Oh, I asked her, is there anything that she wished she could have done different or something like that? It's something to that effect. And her answer was the King of Pentacles. So basically, she wished that she would have, enjoyed her wealth more, been more sociable, like But she worked hard. She was a businesswoman. You know, she was a businesswoman. She was a wife. She took care of her kids. She made her money. She had her husband. She took care of her husband, and she went to church. That was my, but she feel like she wish she would have strut her stuff a little bit more. And the image that came in my mind at that time when she came back from I think was it Egypt? It was either Egypt or Greece. And she had bought her a fur motherfucking coat, baby. And when she went to the church and wore it one time. And then when I talked to her again, she's like, "Oh, she sold it." What the? She sold it. You know what I'm saying? Because like being the 7 Day Adventist, they want you to be all modest and shit like that. Nah, like she like nice things. You know what I'm saying? So she wish she would have really just enjoyed her wealth more. She really, she had nice things because in her den she had a baby grand and an organ. Look at me, he's acting like a kid. A baby grand and an organ because I'm there right now in my mind. I'm there and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the past and I'm here right now. So like I just traveled just like that, you know. So she liked nice things and we used to put the silver out. She taught me how to put the silver set a table, because she had the full silver set. Okay, service spoons, big spoon, the everything was silver. Okay, I wanted the silver set. Because I would love to be setting the table and eating with all that stuff. 'Cause it was for special occasions when we have family dinners and stuff like that. But she wanted more of that. She wish she would have did more of that, and she wish she would have like enjoyed her money more. And finally, the final question was, "Do you have any message for me?" And her message was, "Death is not the end." Okay. Not only that, and don't be afraid to let go. Okay. And don't be afraid of death because we have many deaths throughout our lives. You know, we have deaths of relationship, we have deaths of jobs, we have, you know, deaths of like when we graduate from school. That's a death. And now and when it's put like that, they're just endings. It's just endings, and you know just to get ready for a new beginning, because something has to end in order for something new to begin. And my grandma's message is, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it, because it's a part of life. Okay, open yourself up to the new and let go of the old. And that was the message that my grandmother gave to me. And that is the message that I am sharing with all of you. Now, I just want to pick one card from my animal deck to leave us with one final message. Okay. Soar. Wow, that is a beautiful message. Soar. I'm going to read the whole thing out of the book. It's my glasses. So, and that's the perfect card to come out. It's a Pegasus. It's a Pegasus. And I got my wand here. I got my wand. This wand is available on Crystal Light Palace. Okay. I have the link in the description along with my my links as well, but we'll get to that after I finish reading the message from the Pegasus. Soar, small things, release, leap. The higher we soar, the smaller we seem to those who cannot fly. If you have chosen Pegasus, this is the time for you to soar. Take charge of your creations and release the shackles from your spirit and soul. No, it won't be easy. It takes time and it takes patience with yourself. But I believe in you. Isn't it time to dream big? Next time you are in a hurry or in your own world and receive an interruption, know that sometimes it might be heaven sent. So many people withdraw into themselves and put up walls. The hurt from the past makes it easy to do. It's easy to smile or compliment a stranger or ask an elderly neighbor if you can pick up something for them from the store. Or maybe even surprising someone with an ice cream cone. You don't need wings to be an angel or a Pegasus, just the mindset. Pegasus tells you that you've been looking too hard at the magic in your life. I'm sorry, let me repeat that. Pegasus tells you that you've been looking too hard at the magic in your life when it is right there. It's the small gestures sometimes that help another find their wings. Wings that were there the whole time. It could simply be a smile to a stranger or fresh cut flowers delivered to an elderly neighbor. It might be delivering coffee to a coworker or cutting the grass of a sick friend. We all have wings and we all have the ability to soar to any height that we want. But oftentimes we make the conscious choice to put them away. And even when we take them out, we forget our destination. Pegasus knows that it helps to have a cheering section as you soar. And know that he is just that. Remember that you are beautiful and wonderful. Remember that you are a beautiful and wonderful soul that deserves the best, even through dark times. Know that once you find your wings, you'll find the light again. The hardest part is to take that leap. But once you do, then you'll soar. That was a beautiful message. I love that message. I really love it. You gotta believe in magic too. Gotta believe in magic because it's all around you. That is a beautiful message. Magic is all around you. And you gotta believe in it. Okay. And you gotta know how to listen. Because death is not the end. Okay. And you see all my lovely crystals. This is by selenite. I have my lovely shungite here. Okay. My adventuring wands with my moonstone. And all of these, I think I was working with the gold quartz today too. Yeah, working with the gold quartz. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's a good stone for like when you meditate and, you know, and you just need something to go on to help your gears keep working. I enjoy the stones. Please go and support my friend over at Crystal Light Palace. The link is in the description. This is where I get all of my stones. I have my labradorite here. Okay. And also, please support the butterfly. If you'd like a past on loved one reading, please make an appointment at www.hemp, yeah, hempbutterfly.com, or you can email me at empressbutterfly.com and let me know what kind of reading you would like. In addition to that, I have my soaps. I have currently I have the one with flowers. I think it's the goat's milk bergamot soap. I really love that one. That's the next one I'm gonna be going back to. Okay. I have my coffee flaxseed soap, and that one has, I think it has rosemary in it as well. I have my carrot ginger soap. That's a really good one. And I'll be making another one soon, but probably probably in the next few weeks I'll be coming out with that. But I also have my shirts. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Love is a verb. You got to get out there and verb. Show your love. Show your love. Because it's easy to say you love somebody. But, like, how do I know? How do I know? That's another show I'm going to be doing. We're going to be talking about love language. Okay, love language, baby. You got to tell people your love language, okay? Because, honey, you know, we all want to be loved right, don't we? So we all want to be satisfied. This is my Thundercat shirt. Okay. I could unfold it but I don't feel like doing all of that. The Thundercat, my Eye of Thundera. Love it. Okay. We got the Don't Start None, Don't Be None shirt from the Trumpster. Like that. So, and of course I have my oils. Um I haven't done any body butter. I'm gonna do a maybe a batch in December, like in going towards Christmas. I'll do a batch. I haven't done any of that, but I have my oils are still available. My oils, my soaps, my t-shirts, my readings. Please support the butterfly. A tip, you know what I'm saying. I take tips. I take gifts. Like my birthday just passed, so a little happy birthday for the butterfly, anything you could give because it's an exchange of energy. I give to you, you give to me. You know what I'm saying? And it lets me know that you feeling what I'm doing over here. I feel good about that. So I want to thank you for being here when you can be anywhere else. The butterfly loves you. Namaste.